Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and thank you for granting this urgent question this morning. I think we can all agree that the continuing fallout from the debacle surrounding Concentrix is not going away anytime soon. Now, Mr Deputy Speaker, last Thursday, the day after a debate in this chamber, the Chief Executive of HMRC announced to the Treasury Select Committee that we will not be going back into the market for this kind of thing. We will not be going back to the market to seek a third party to help us in any way with this kind of thing. He was obviously referring to the outsourcing of tax credits. Now, Mr Deputy Speaker, this was unequivocal and did represent a considerable shift for the government and its policy on welfare. The implications of such an announcement for private sector involvement in our welfare system are profound. This contract between Concentrix and HMRC has revealed the grotesque consequences of the profit model in our welfare system. Now the Chief Executive of HMRC clearly agrees that the private sector has no place in the delivery of welfare. He's absolutely right, but it is still deeply embedded within our social security system. The company Maximus are still operating a £500 million contract to deliver work capability assessments. Personal independence payments are being conducted by Atos, which are causing horrific distress for thousands. I'd therefore like to ask the Minister if the trade-off between profit maximisation and the principles of our welfare system were deemed inappropriate for those on tax credits, and why then is it considered appropriate in other sensitive areas of our welfare system? By setting this precedent, is the Treasury not accepting that when it comes to the sensitivities around welfare, the private sector are uniquely incapable of determining the best interests of individuals on welfare? If not, what were the principles which underlined the unequivocal announcement that there would be no more third-party involvement? So will this extend to the operation of universal credit? Because if not, many will see these words as a cynical manoeuvre which has raised the hopes of many who never again should have to deal with a company and which has so singularly failed them in the delivery of welfare. Furthermore, I'd like to seek clarity on something his colleague said in a debate in this House last month. The Financial Secretary said there are circumstances in which the use of a private company offers a cost-effective way for government departments to do something. Are we now right in thinking, after this announcement, that the government does not believe that those circumstances extend to our social security system? And finally, I'd like to press the Minister to release the key characteristics which were used by HMRC to profile individuals which Concentrix were then unleashed to target. Given the unprecedented levels of distress the targeting by key characteristics has caused and the commensurate levels of error evidently contained within them, it is very clearly in the public interest that they are now released. I would be very grateful if the Minister would give me a firm commitment this morning that he will provide me with that information.
Well said. Minister.